Well, hello everyone, sports fans, Chiefs Kingdom, this Comnex Regular TV here. So time for another prediction video, as it's this Sunday night we have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game. As this is the right to go to Super Bowl 59, and well, the Chiefs are in the AFC Championship game for a seventh consecutive season. We have made the AFC Championship game every year that Patrick Mahomes has become the starter for the Chiefs. And yeah, just an incredible streak. 7 straight years that we've played in the AFC Championship game. And 6 of the 7 have been at Arrowhead Stadium. The only other one that was not at Arrowhead Stadium was last year. We beat the Baltimore Ravens. But this will not be an easy test, obviously, facing the Buffalo Bills led by possible MVP Josh Allen. And, well, the Chiefs are 5-4 head-to-head with Josh Allen and the Bills. However, in the playoffs, Chiefs and Mahomes are a perfect 3-0. Against Allen and the Bills. And yeah, so coming off a pretty dominant win last week against the Houston Texans. Defense did outstanding. Offense, had its parts, but our defense was really the main story in that game. We only had two touchdowns in that game. But yeah, it was really about our defense in that game. As we sacked C.J. Stroud 8 times in that game, 3 sacks by George Karlaftis. So, just a dominating game by our defense. But yeah, now facing the Bills team who won last week in a nail-biting win against the Baltimore Ravens, 27-25, in which the Ravens were trying to go for 2 points to tie it up and could potentially have sent it to overtime, though there was still quite a bit of time. And their tight end Mark Andrews dropped what was a fairly easy score. And they were playing in pretty bad conditions, some very cold, snowy conditions in that one. But guy who doesn't drop many balls, so that was a bit of a surprise. And yeah, so that's how the Bills won in that one. Josh Allen only had 127 yards and no touchdowns. And, well, they actually had 2 rushing touchdowns, but no passing touchdowns in that one. And, yeah, and the last time that the Bills played the Chiefs in the playoffs at Arrowhead Stadium was back 3 years ago, the divisional round of 2021, in which that was that epic comeback in which we came back from the Bills scoring with just 13 seconds left. We sent it to overtime, and we got the win. Eventually, of course, went to the AFC title game, and unfortunately lost in that one to Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. And yeah, I mean, these 2 teams, I think, were really the 2 best teams in the NFL all season long. Some could also argue the Bills and the Lions, or maybe the Ravens and Lions. Definitely one of these 3 teams. And yeah, and it's going to be a huge test for us. We played the Bills back in Week 11 in Buffalo, and the Bills beat us in that one 30-21, and since that game, Patrick Mahomes has not thrown an interception. He has not thrown an interception in over 2 months. That game in Week 11 was his last interception. So, pretty amazing. Of course, he had an interception in the first 8 games of the year, and now he has not thrown one since then. We haven't even had a turnover since that Week 11 game. So that's pretty amazing. And we were without a couple of key players in that one. There was no Isaiah Pacheco, no Charles Omenihu. Uh, so yeah, a number of key players did not play in the first time we played the Bills. Uh, and yeah, and the Bills definitely want revenge from when we played them in the playoffs last year. And I mean, really, every time we play them in the playoffs, this will be the second time that we'll be playing the Bills in the AFC title game. The first time was back in 2020, and it was a blowout in that one. So, so I do not expect this game to be a blowout. I think it will definitely be a nail-biting game, like it pretty much always is between these two when these two teams play. So, and over on the NFC side, the NFC Championship game, which will be before this one, be NFC title game between the Washington Commanders and Philadelphia Eagles, two NFC East rivals going at it. And what a story Jane Daniels, the rookie quarterback for the Commanders, has been. Could become I believe the first ever rookie quarterback to play in a Super Bowl. He's had an amazing season, maybe the best rookie quarterback season ever. He's already, I think, as a star quarterback in this league. They obviously already have their franchise quarterback, and yeah, so just pretty amazing the story that they've been. So it'd be quite incredible if they could actually pull off the upset. I mean, they pulled off the huge upset last week, defeating the 1-seed Detroit Lions in Detroit, and now taking on the Eagles, led by, of course, running back Saquon Barkley, who had 2,000 yards rushing, and has a chance actually to set the NFL single-season record, regular and postseason record for rushing yards. He had 205 rushing yards last week in their divisional round win against the Rams. So, yeah, so we could potentially have a rematch from 2 years ago with the Chiefs and the Eagles. So, but yeah, so I do think that the Eagles will win that one. And yeah, but still, I mean, for Washington to make it that far, led by a rookie quarterback and rookie head coach, or first year head coach for Washington, pretty amazing. I don't think anyone saw them making it this far. In fact, I don't even think many people saw them even making the playoffs after they had only 4 wins last year. So, but anyway, yeah, the Chiefs don't really have any injured players. Yeah, so just pretty amazing though. No McCole Hardman. He has not played since November and will not play the rest of the year. Has been on IR since like Thanksgiving with a knee injury, so fortunately he will be out for the rest of this season no matter what. So, score prediction for this game. I'm picking the Chiefs to win in this one and head back to the Super Bowl for a third straight year. And I think we're going to win this one against the Bills 24-23. I think it's going to be a game that I think could likely come down to the final possession and potentially get another game-winning field goal as time expires and send the Bills into another heartbreaking defeat. So they have not been to a Super Bowl in like 30 years. So, and they've been so close the last several years, but I think their streak is going to continue. So, even though Josh Allen's had an MVP type year, only 6 interceptions. So, and yeah, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be a heck of a game no matter what, hopefully. So till Sunday night, 5:40 start. Comments are saying go Chiefs.